Hello everybody, welcome back to Eydtkuhnen Gaming, and today we're working away at the end of campaign number 5, and we're looking at this little tiny village of Eydtkuhnen, and the question is, can we make it here before we run out of time? Come and see. So let's look at what we have to do today. We need to have 1 million citizens on a rail network, which we already had from a month ago game time. We need to have 7 different goods in Eydtkuhnen at the same time. There's 3. We need to have an express status rail line between Paris, Berlin, and Eydtkuhnen. Then our optional task is to buy everyone up, put them out of business, buy 8 private routes, we're already at 4, deliver 4 loads of newspapers to Paris, we already have a printing press in Auxerre, so that should be easy enough. And then achieve an express rail on between Ostend, Cologne, and Berlin. So we built our Ostend in the Cologne up the Berlin express line. We're going to put 2 Pacifics on it with all our wagons. We're going to have to buy this West Prussia, so we're going to go ahead and do that. We'll see, we got an independent operator here. We're going to have to buy East Prussia also, so we'll go ahead and do that right now. We're also going to go ahead and buy this West Kingdom of Poland. That way it gives us lots of room to get up to Eydtkuhnen, or however you say that.
Good riddance. A sensible investment. This way we can use existing infrastructure to our own advantage and no longer have to take anyone else into consideration.
Nice, so we got our 8 private routes. So all we have to do now is put our competitor out of business, and the newspapers of Paris should work out on its own. And we already put our express line down, so it's just a matter of time before those happen. So now maybe we could turn our attention to express line between Paris, Berlin, and Eydtkuhnen. So because we bought that private operator in Eydtkuhnen, we have this train station, although I guess we could have put it in here, I suppose, right? Okay. So I'll bring this down. So we did out our Eydtkuhnen to Bromberg Express, got our 2 trains down. So we did our Ostend to Cologne to Berlin Express. We're bypassing every city except for those 3. We got our 2 trains on that. We'll go ahead and accept that. And then we're also going to go ahead and I got a little carried away and did a bypass way up to Eydtkuhnen. So we'll put 2 trains on that also. There we go, we got that. Then Bromberg down to Berlin. We'll put expresses on those 2. And there we go. So we finished our Paris to Berlin to Eydtkuhnen express line. We got Paris, see we're using waypoints to get around Reims. Luxembourg we already getting around. Frankfurt we also were getting around. We get up to Berlin here, which is fine, going straight through. We need them. And then we put another little waypoint area here around Bromberg to skip that. Got our 3 trains down. It's funny they didn't say anything. Oh, must be this one, the Ostend, the Cologne to Berlin. And we are back coming into Paris with our 7 loads of newspaper for one of our optional tasks. This is what Paris looks like, by the way, at the moment.
A remarkable achievement, and also a clever move by your Mr. Nagelmakers. If I'm informed correctly, a transfer station to the Sud Express to Spain is under construction in Paris.
Alright, so we got the loads of newspapers, so all that's left for optional is put competitors out of business. We're still waiting on our express line from Paris, Berlin, Eydtkuhnen, and then we have to put 7 different goods available there as well. So we're riding the Eydtkuhnen Express from Paris to Berlin to Eydtkuhnen. We're just coming into Paris right now with that, so that should give us our one of our main tasks we had to do.
You did it!
There we
You
go.
really did it. My luxury train from Paris to St. Petersburg has finally become reality.
So all we have to do now is make 7 different goods available in Eydtkuhnen and then put all competitors out of business. Well, we're working on our other projects. I seen there was a connection bonus, but it said I had to do Warsaw first, so we put an express line down from Warsaw to Eydtkuhnen. Now back to the warehouse setup. So we got Bremen to Gütersloh freight, so that's going to move our cloth and our alcohol back and forth. So we'll do that. Then we'll go ahead and go Germany North to Bremen freight, and we'll go 2 trains. Then we'll also go Germany North to Gütersloh, and we'll put 2 trains on that. That way I'll get this little connection bonus. Okay, we built a little corridor here. So we're going to bring in our milk 2 trains into Germany North Station. Then we're going to come up here to Wald train station to Germany North. We're going to bring in our corn. Prussians to them. Freight. Perfect. And we now have a line from Schroeder up to Germany North. So we'll put our 2 trains on that. We finished the line from Pechmann Terminal with our wood up to Germany North. So we got our 3 trains on there. So we have our line from Germany North to Hanover. So we have our 2 trains there. Right, so we did a line from Castle Freight to Gütersloh Freight just to bring up the meat. Really, that's all it's doing. So now we have a line from Fackelton Terminal down to Germany North for the vegetables. Just to finish things off for our Germany North warehouse, we need fruit, and you see the closest one is right here at Grausig Farm. Man, these words are hard to say. It was a little bit far away, and we couldn't go through here because it's all red and blocked off, so we had to kind of come down here and then jump on the vegetable line. So we got 2 of them coming in. So that will finish our Germany North warehouse. One of the things we had to do was have 7 items going into Eydtkuhnen at the same time, so we're going to set up a warehouse
What
right
is
here.
this? I never allowed you to build a station here.
I'm going to definitely rename that because there's no way I can say that. So we'll just go Russia warehouse. A lot easier to say. As we continue to do this Russia station, I came and found some milk here. I'm bringing it down to the sugar. And so I put my trains on there, so this sugar is basically going to have a warehouse. So I got my line from my Kowalski Rest down the Russia warehouse. It's going to bring in sugar and milk. Got the 3 trains on that. We just did a line from Russia warehouse to Königsberg Freight. Let's bring on all our goods to there. Got 2 trains. Perfect. So we did a line from Gajewski Terminal with our wood up to our Russia warehouse. We may as well go ahead and get this apple orchard. The warehouse. We can save time. So Jasiski Rest coming in with full loads of apples. Prussian, we'll go 3. Freight, perfect. So now we got a station in Adamczek, bringing in our corn. We got a line running our trains down now. We're way down in the city of Lodz, and we're bringing in our wool so Lodz can make some cloth that we can then ship back up to the Russia warehouse. Königsberg is going to be my warehouse for manufactured goods, so Lodz bringing up the cloth to it with 2 trains. There we got our vegetables. Vegetables coming in from Mucha Terminal to Russia warehouse. So we're going to bring Danzig into Königsberg Freight. It's not a perfect setup, but they're going to play off each other. So we have a line going from Russia warehouse into Danzig Freight. So we decided to put an express station in Danzig, and we're bringing it down to Bromberg. We put in another express line from Danzig to Königsberg. So we got our express trains on that. So we put an express line from Königsberg down to Eydtkuhnen. We set up another express line from Danzig Express to Cologne Express. We keep moving our way back west here. Cologne now is going to have an express lane to Stettin Express. Just finished setting up Berlin to Stettin Express. Put a Lodz Express station in to Warsaw Express. So we did a Zilina Gora Express over the Lodz Express line. And to put our trains on there. So we decided to do a warehouse down here, Poland warehouse. And so it already has corn. So we're going to put a train, a couple trains from it to Warsaw. And then we're to Warsaw Freight, I should say. And then we're also going to put couple trains from it to Lodz Freight, which I need to rename by the looks of it. There we go. We also have a train going from Lodz to Warsaw. Lodz is going to have the warehouse for the manufactured goods. Get that in there, so we'll have to add a warehouse here. And in our warehouse we're going to have that for now because it already makes cloth. So we got Metallic Rest bringing grain over the Poland warehouse. So we're going to bring our milk and our sugar from Kowalczyk Rest down to Poland warehouse. So we're bringing in wood now from Gajusi Terminal to Poland warehouse, 3 of them. Now we're bringing vegetables down from Mucha Terminal to Poland warehouse. Now we're going to bring our fruit in from Jasinski Rest into Poland warehouse. So go ahead and put that down. So we have Poland warehouse now going into Bromberg Freight. So we have 3 trains going in there. For the final piece of the puzzle here is Bromberg Freight into Lod Freight, and Lod sending Bromberg cloth and alcohol. Bromberg sending back clothing, but even if it doesn't, at least they'll get the cloth and alcohol. So we'll send that there. And so that fully sets up our Poland warehouse with everything we need. Plus Lodz, Bromberg, and Warsaw are all going to be getting cloth, alcohol, and meat. And to make sure that Bromberg is getting lots of cattle for the meat, we put a train station down here with 3 trains coming in. That's major overkill, but Bromberg. So we got bored and we made another warehouse here. The BSKZ warehouse for Berlin, Stettin, Cologne, and Zilina Gora. And Stettin's also going to have a warehouse for all the manufactured goods. So this is a nice little cluster. Berlin doesn't really fit in this one, but it was so close we decided to throw it in. Alright, it's been a while. We've been trying to get Bart Shiloh's company. My goodness, he just keeps going up in value. He's went up over 100 million even though he hasn't done anything really.
Excellent. Our enemies lie beaten in the dust. With this, we no longer have to fear competitors between Paris and Eydtkuhnen.
Okay, so we got that. So we got him figured out. Now if we just put a line from our warehouse to Eydtkuhnen Freight. Try that again. Put a person, 3 down, freight. There we go. Alright, we have our last cloth coming in here to Eydtkuhnen.
Fortunately for us, there was little resistance to our plan in Russia. As St. Petersburg is our final destination, the full benefits of the Nord Express will be felt there. You can probably hardly imagine how proud I am of you. Together we have achieved something great. This is only the first step, but it's through projects like this that Europe will truly grow together. I always believed that you would be able to realize my plans, but I never dared to dream that you would overshoot the target. Bravo, my friend. I take my hat off for you.
Nice. Alright, so This time we got rank of chief executive. So we did chapter 5, 19 mandatory tasks, 6 optional. We got our points, time bonus. Total score was 633. Chief executive. Europe 6.5 years because I took a lot of extra time doing warehouses and stuff. 347 million, 165 active rail lines, 385 trains, 1,587 wagons, 56,000 kilometers of track, 117 stations, 7 city buildings, 17 factories, 15 real businesses that I own, 29 other cities connected to, and 48 rural businesses. Let's see, where do we rank? And we ranked, let's see, find me. We ranked 1,564 out of 5,700. That's not too bad, I guess. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, and subscribe, and come back and watch another great video of Eydtkuhnen Gaming.